Scott.
Class!
Eric, are you like purposely?
It's 11 o'clock at night. Please.
Are you like purposely sabotaging this show?
Are you like a dinosaur?
Welcome to Show and Tell. Jurassic World.
Because I'd understand if you do want to sabotage the show.
What'd you guys think?
Well, first
We
of
just
all,
saw Jurassic World.
Spoilers.
Spoilers,
Spoilers,
bitches.
there are dinosaurs in
Yeah.
this fucking movie.
Let's just preface this by saying, not that it matters because I saw your tweet, but we did watch Jurassic Park as a refresher right before the movie.
I didn't need to. But
Jake
anyway.
was none too pleased about that because I
humored
think he
them.
was worried it was taken away from the potential of the next one of Jurassic World.
And I thought that
and
was-
Mike and I, maybe Mike and I were like, nah.
So sentence
Oops.
each. Sentence each. Like let's.
I'll just say my tweet. Should I just say my tweet because it was really well
say your
worded?
tweet.
All right, if you think
I didn't
you're
read
that
it.
cute.
You don't think that was cute? You saw it.
Mike was like, I didn't read it.
You didn't see my tweet? Here's my review. Watching Jurassic Park before Jurassic World was a big mistake.
I did see that.
Because it's like washing down a filet mignon with McDonald's. I like McDonald's, but
Okay, so that's
I
not
would-
like a
yeah.
condemnation.
I
It's not
would.
like-
s-
No, I enjoyed it. I had a
Jake.
good time.
Jake said it very well. We were walking out of the theater. I
wish I
wasn't-
had pissed.
I wish I had pissed. I wish I had a pea cup with me the whole time. I had to whiz.
I wish I had
I also
pissed.
said I wish I got the popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did
yeah.
he say?
I was not offended by it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was.
He keeps saying it's inoffensive, and that is like the ultimate word for it.
Yeah. I mean, like there are definitely movies where I go, Jesus Christ.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I got
Like it insults your intelligence.
Yeah.
Nah, none of that.
This movie, it definitely didn't do that.
but it was very vanilla,
But it was-
inoffensive in like
I
in a
didn't
way
even-
of like.
I
it
didn't
was-
even get to say if I liked it or
Well,
not.
you said to let us do our things.
I went. Now he's going.
I'm going.
Yours is so long.
Well, yeah,
just kidding.
I'm
Thanks,
a long,
buddy.
I'm a long boy.
He also kind of gave us your review for
Yeah,
us.
you kind of threw me off track a little bit there, Jake.
You were saying
Yeah.
about the penis.
Oh, yeah, it's the big
Scene-
dino penis.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
But
big
so-
monkey penis.
Did you enjoy it though? Did you have a good time?
Well, here's the thing. There was the reason why it was a little bit offensive
It's always a fucking
is
story.
because
Don't
I'm
get
just busting
distracted.
chops.
Jake,
I
shut
know,
the
I
fuck
should
up.
have raised my hand.
The
Sorry,
reason
teacher.
why it's a little bit offensive is because with the money and the budget and the hype around a new Jurassic Park movie, they could have done so much more.
Yeah.
I mean, with like everything in the movie,
Every
like
aspect.
the story, the design, it felt very bare bones.
Yeah.
You know, for the next Jurassic
Bare
Park movie,
bones,
boom,
he says.
boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
next Jurassic Park.
Yep.
It was just like, okay,
Okay.
the dinosaurs, they ate a couple people. The end.
All right. And
Yeah.
what about you, Jacob?
I mean,
All right. What about you, Jake?
I guess he doesn't want to share his opinion.
No, I liked it. I had fun with it. I liked it at first. I was like, I don't like this. I don't know. But then, like,
Which part, pray tell, changed your
I
mind?
don't know. Just like as it started picking up, I was like, okay.
Which was
all right.
when?
I don't know. Like when dinosaurs started doing stuff.
Nice.
I was like, okay, all right, I like it, and I think I'll like it more again if I see it again. No, not.
You would see this again?
No, not
Oh,
immediately.
all
But
right.
I'm saying just like I'd like not like it more like how I saw Mad Max 3 times, but like just seeing it again and be like, oh, all right, I can appreciate it. Like it's fine. It's fine. It is very. I hate to say it's fine, but it was.
Well,
it
fine
was,
is a
that's-
good word for it. It's
was
kind of.
the-
that's my
it's just
problem.
kind of like
though. It's fine.
it's
the,
fine.
The action was better than I thought it would be. I still there were too many characters. I didn't really get attached to.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
definitely.
I mean, it's I'm not comparing it to the original Jurassic
What-
Park. None of us are gonna waste our breath.
Nah,
Here
that's
it
silly.
comes because I'm
But
about
I,
to do
I
that.
do
Yeah.
wish I do wish I
Yeah.
hadn't watched the first one first because it got me so fucking amped.
You know what you just said. I'm about to contradict it. Since we watched the first one before going in, I'll say the one thing this movie really failed on was establishing a world of like,
Which is ironic
because I mean it's just assuming that we all know Jurassic Park.
That's true.
In real life. Like if you just watched this movie and never seen Jurassic Park, you'd be like, what the fuck?
yeah,
is
I
this?
wouldn't
Like,
quite know what was going on either.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, just because it really threw you in for sure. It
It was
really-
just like
it
you know
felt
Jurassic
like-
Park. Here's Jurassic
in one
World.
way,
yeah.
it felt like it never quite got started, but in another way, it felt like it just like jumped in. It
Like
was
I would
weird.
have liked to know a little bit about the world, like opening the park.
Yeah,
like,
how were the last 20 years?
yeah,
How'd it go?
exactly.
Yeah.
What happened in that 20
that's
years?
true.
It was
Yeah.
just like everything's fine now. Park's
Yeah,
open.
what?
How do they round up all the dinosaurs that were roaming?
When did
around?
Hammond pass?
Yeah,
He was chilling in bed.
That's actually him. They
Jurassic Park.
bronzed him
yeah.
in there.
They bronzed his body.
Let's just really quickly. Ready? I'll just go down. I was gonna say I'll go down the line and get a one-word review of the effects, but
Yeah, we gotta. That might
Real one-word review. Bad, bad, bad. I don't think you liked it, Jake. Did you? Did you? I mean, it was pretty like.
No, like the rest of the movie, like how I said, it was like it got better towards the end. By the last
you know what? The last scene was where they put all the money.
Yeah. The Raptors were running around at night. I'm like,
yeah, we're doing spoilers. I forgot. Yeah, we're good.
When the Raptors were running around at night, I was like, whoa, those are like almost real Raptors.
But here's the thing.
Almost real.
I actually leaned over to Eric and said this once. Especially this scene when it's just the Raptors' heads in the cages. It's like, why is that CG? We were thinking though, like was like part of it real, and then like everything else CG. I mean, it was like what they did
because I was like, there's got to be something real there. Why wouldn't they make that real?
You could just make one fake dinosaur head and then just like copy and paste it onto the rest.
I think what's what we were thinking. I think it was the same with that one that was definitely real that died.
That was like the realest dinosaur
and it
in the
looked
movie.
Great.
Yeah,
but save for. Like the CG on it, which was like way too. It was like there's too much movement in the first movie. They don't move much.
Yeah,
like there's not like
the best
breathing and shit. I don't need that.
Yeah, the best example of that is in the first movie when they find the dying dinosaur and what's his face is on his stomach as it's breathing in and out.
Yeah,
the new one that was dying was just like all of it was
like
just
dying,
like.
It was like
all of it was. We've said it before.
On,
There's just too much animation.
That's what it is with CG, I guess.
There's
too much animation.
Like with a lot of the scenes, like
and that's with other movies too. That's not just this. These were not horrific. But I mean,
but here's the thing: when we complain about CG and practical and how hard practical is, I'm assuming you guys have seen those videos of the dinosaur costumes where it's like a real dinosaur.
Yeah.
And it's like the guy who was
put the guy in green pants and get rid of those legs. That's it.
That dinosaur.
It looks completely real.
Yeah, it looks. Imagine that with a multi-million-dollar budget.
Now, one thing I did like, but I didn't really like it in terms of like seeing it in a movie. But I like the ideas behind like the new attractions in the park. I thought it was really cool.
Sure.
But then, like seeing it, it was like okay.
Almost like looking at a park map might have been more interesting.
Like when they showed the people canoeing down the river with the dinosaurs.
That was funny.
I don't think
that's a cool idea, but I'm like, it doesn't really do anything for me.
It might have been shot. And it was probably cut out, but I don't think they showed enough for the park.
Yeah, I would have liked to see more as well.
It was
had
just
a lot more. You know what? I kind of wish. Yeah, there was more of the, like day-to-day activities of the park almost.
Yeah, the movie was mostly in like the abandoned part.
Yeah, a lot of it was in the abandoned part.
Yeah, I don't know, like something about like the whole reveal of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did feel slightly offended when it was like totally pandering, like to the original. It was like, remember this? It's like. Yeah, I do remember it because it's a better movie. So,
and I was like, okay, and they're playing the music and then nothing's happening, and I'm like, okay, why are they playing this glorious music for the scene?
Yeah.
And then the kid kicks open the doors and it's like, ba-da-ba. I was like,
oh yeah.
Okay, all right.
That was Jurassic Park.
It's a very ugly theme park, by the way.
It's
so boring looking. What the fuck?
I did really appreciate like little things as like a big fan. Like they had a stadium set up, and like a stadium was in the initial ideas that they outlined.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Jurassic Lost World.
Yeah.
And I thought that like little things like that was cool. But back to the characters. Who was your favorite?
That's another thing with the characters.
Chris
none
Pratt
of them.
had no flaws.
I mean Jake Johnson easily. I mean, there's no question. Jake Johnson was the best character.
But I would say, remember
Is it Jake Johnson? I'm sorry.
I have no idea.
You
know who I'm talking about from Safety Not Guaranteed.
Yeah, that guy.
A specific sentence that I believe I said during the Jurassic Park 1 review is that I said, you could technically take any of those characters and make their own movie.
Oh no, these characters had zero.
No, these were just
these
like
characters.
Chris Pratt
had
was
the fucking weight of a buoy, baby. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, Chris Pratt was the hero. What's her face was the girl.
Yeah, I didn't hate them, but they were just
By the way,
there.
I have to just say, whoever was hired to be like the wet down person for Bryce Dallas Howard, great fucking job. She was moist throughout.
I actually have a cousin who worked in the makeup for Jurassic World. So
did he get to spray her down?
She.
Oh, damn!
Misogynist.
Misogyny! As I talk about her wet body. I'm joking because I thought, there's a little bit that's an offensive thing. It was just like, I was like, the people making this movie, do you really think any of us are here to see a fucking wet Bryce Dallas Howard?
Yeah.
She's like slowly stripping down throughout the movie. There's a part where I imagined that
it.
they went back and got a shot of her after the fact of her taking her jacket off because like they were watching. They're like, when did she lose her jacket? Like, it's like we're there to see the fucking dinos, bro.
Now there's a thing in this. It's a little off topic. But
more than that, but
it's a little off topic. But I think it's very relevant. There's a new Justice League cartoon movie coming out. And it's like alternate reality, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the way they are promoting it is that, like, for the next couple of weeks, there's like a cartoon episode to like introduce everybody to the characters of this movie
I see.
before the movie comes out. So you're already you're caught up on the characters, and
Right.
so the movie can just go.
So what, you wanted that or something like that? Could have
wanted
benefited.
Something like that. Maybe just like.
But I mean,
see
like then
why-
that's like the movie's fault then,
Well,
because
it's
it's like
like,
you
see-
should be able to like tell your characters.
Yeah, see why.
Definitely.
You know,
I think it
there was like
because
who
there were too
was.
many.
I think they gave it one sentence. Chris Pratt was like, "I was in the Navy" or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's his whole backstory. He was in the Navy.
Yeah,
That's
and he wears
it.
shirts that really are a little tight on the arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that you nailed it when you said that in Jurassic Park, like each of those characters could have gotten like a spin-off, and I'd be kind of interested to see. Not that I actually want that, but
Yeah.
in this one, yeah, they were all very, very one
just a
note.
generic-
I like the
characters,
whole
yeah.
like raptor training thing. I thought he was convincing with that. I
That
thought
was
really good.
probably the most interesting aspect, which I thought was going to be the goofiest aspect.
Yeah,
But
I wasn't into it. Like
I
going
didn't
into it,
love
but I
the
liked it a
execution
lot.
necessarily, but conceptually, I would say probably the
A
best.
lot of the movie, I would say conceptually, I love it. The
Yeah.
movie, it's just okay.
Probably the best scene in the movie, really, was Chris Pratt's first, the training thing. Like that was
Yeah.
great when the guy
Yeah.
fell in.
Yeah.
That was probably the best scene in the movie. That
That
was
felt
really
like a
interesting.
Jurassic Park.
I was
Yeah.
engaged. I was not sort of just like whatever. Like most of it, I was
Yeah.
kind of like, all right.
That was like pure Jurassic Park. It was like,
Yeah.
oh no, the gates are.
Yeah.
They're in there. The dinosaurs in
Oh
there.
no, I'm talking
Wah.
about when the guy fell in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like the dinosaurs in there. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about the part where where they went into the big guy's
Can we
cage.
talk
no,
about
no,
the
no,
main
yeah.
plot device, the Indominus Rex?
Yeah.
You're
that-
going back to Indominus, huh?
Indominable
Indomitable. You were telling me
Rex?
it is
I don't
Indominable
know.
Indominus.
Rex. Wow. This
really
is something
fucking so boring.
Yeah,
jeez.
it's so boring.
There's so much hype, and they were so much. He's big, he's mean, he's better. He was just a T-Rex with arms.
Yeah.
With arms
He was a T-Rex
and a
with
longer
full-size
snout, and
arms.
that was about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
It
wasn't-
was like
I mean, he was
they
smart,
could have
whatever.
they could have built that up.
he
Like I was
smarter.
just saying.
I appreciated the
You know
couple
what
of
was
smart
really
things.
weird? He didn't get like in that whole first scene, like, and then even after that, like he didn't get like his own establishing shot.
No,
That's
and
what
he
I'm talking
escapes
about, yeah.
immediately.
I'm like, wait a minute, who? Okay, like we see him, but we don't like see him. But
Yeah.
they're not hiding him, but they just never really showed him.
Yeah.
that was weird for a while. Eventually, obviously, we got that, but
It really felt that whole plot felt very just rushed. Because that was the main plot.
Well, keep in mind again, we were looking at when the movie ended and it said written by and then 4 names. We
Yeah,
were like,
4 names
Jesus
came up.
fucking
I
Christ!
like the idea because I thought about it and I was like, okay, this is kind of like really simple, and I feel like I've seen this before, but I'm like, okay, well, I didn't see it in a Jurassic Park movie. I just didn't like the actual thing itself. I didn't like the dinosaur.
Yeah,
I'm
he
not
was
convinced.
definitely-
I'm not convinced
Well,
like that he's the biggest, baddest thing in the world.
Yeah,
I think I-
especially because he wasn't
A
in the
brontosaurus.
end.
Yeah,
Fuck 'em
for
up.
a movie that's supposed to be about a park of dinosaurs, I couldn't suspend my disbelief far enough for them to be like, let's make a dinosaur the most deadly goddamn thing ever
Yeah.
and expect nothing to go wrong.
I mean,
was
right?
like,
It's so dumb.
what?
But I will say this: it's very obvious, and I don't think that you could not possibly argue that. That this is not true. It's very obvious that they just wanted to make a Jurassic Park movie, and they said, "Anybody got a story idea?" And then someone was like, "How about this?" And they're like, "All right, we'll use a little bit of that. We'll use a little bit of that." Nobody was like, "I've got a great idea for a Jurassic Park movie. Can we make this?" Like,
Yeah, I would agree
The
with
first
that.
thing that came was, "We need to make a Jurassic Park movie. Can we whip together a script that's good enough?" Yeah.
I
Okay.
think the-
Great.
I think
Eh.
I think the second thing I think there was 2 things that happened. Somebody said we got to make another Jurassic Park movie, and the next thing that happened, somebody said it's got to be about the park being open.
Okay, cool.
And
Which
like,
again, that
also-
concept is awesome.
And then
also smart raptors.
it's all downhill
Okay.
from there. Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
also
there was really it was like the park is open. They made the big guy, which definitely we think was probably based on the human hybrid DNA thing, right? The human.
Yeah, that was
DNA.
a plot line that was
an old
thrown
scrapped
away.
one, which
Yeah.
I don't know would have been different, but
I was waiting for them to be like, what's that other secret DNA we splice it with? I
Would've been
was
cool
waiting
as
for them
fuck.
to be like,
Actually-
it was fucking human.
Actually,
human,
that would have
yeah.
been cool as fuck if it
and
was
they're
human.
like, no, it's raptor.
Yeah.
I was
some
still
reason.
like, oh fuck, but you know.
Oh, I would
Yeah, I
have
didn't
lost
see
my.
that coming.
I would have lost my shit at that scene when he goes, "It's not just this kind of dinosaur. They spliced it with dun 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 raptors." I would have lost my fucking shit if he said humans.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just thinking about it now.
Yeah,
I would have lost my
Asian-
mind.
Asian doctor.
I would have screamed.
Yeah.
Asian doctor ended up being a dick, huh?
He didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything.
What was his?
I mean-
what was his
I
plan?
don't know, but he was just like, get me out of here. You got my money, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, see you later.
Irfan Khan was great though.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was. I never really liked that guy, but he was good for what he
He
had. I
flew
wish
a
he had more.
helicopter into a dinosaur.
Vincent D'Onofrio. Was cool.
Vincent D'Onofrio was
I don't know. We're kind of
fine.
rambling all over
He
the
was
place, but I mean,
sinister in a dumb way. Like when he's laughing at the destruction, like,
yeah.
now my ultimate raptor plan can happen.
Yeah, let me just say that the trope of movies with science in them, to have the one guy say, "We're gonna use this for the military. We're gonna put this out in the
It was
field."
very heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Like, God,
Like, all right,
damn
we
it!
get it.
How many
Weapons.
fucking
Oh,
movies?
Speaking of heavy-handed, by the way, you don't get away with making this movie just by being cute at the beginning and saying like 20 years ago all we needed was this, nowadays we needed this, blah 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 blah, and basically like explaining to us why your movie is light on
everything.
Yeah. You don't get away with it. It's not like, well, they did make fun of themselves, like, you know.
But it's like still the effects in Jurassic Park 3 looked better than this movie.
No, I disagree.
Did they not? I don't remember because I was gonna say
they looked
but Jurassic Park 3 was definitely a heavier movie though. No,
Jurassic Park 3 was
I don't remember it, but I just remember it being a little darker and heavier.
It felt more like a Jurassic Park movie to me, though. You know?
Yeah.
It had that feel of like, ooh.
There was there was no feeling of like doom
this
in this
did
movie.
feel like at times, like sometimes I thought it worked, but sometimes it felt like it was like more of an emulation. You know, it was.
Yeah, like
well,
the
I mean,
scene,
it was. It
like,
was.
like this, like this scene with them in the fucking
the ball.
Was
basically a rip of.
It was a rip off of the Jeep.
Yeah.
And it was like, why are we even doing this?
Yeah.
The ball thing was so fucking stupid.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that existed just for like, hey, look at this cool thing.
We need to make something
You know?
that's something different and weird. Again, they
I don't
spelled
know,
it out at the
so it's
beginning
like,
of the
again,
movie.
Yeah, conceptually cool, but like in the movie, it doesn't really do anything. It
like-
doesn't really add anything.
Jeeps
Are fine. They ended up
Yeah.
going back to the Jeep in the middle of it because it's better.
Yeah.
By the end, though, I'd say the last, I guess, half hour, 45 minutes, when the Raptors started kicking in, it was nighttime. They're running around. They're hunting this thing down. Then there's the big showdown. I was pretty much really on board with that.
The big showdown looked better than the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
I will say that.
I was like,
but,
all right,
yeah,
cool.
it looked better, but at the same time, I was like, this is mind numbing.
Yeah,
I
because
was just it's like it's come to this.
there was like because the
It was like King Kong versus the dinosaurs.
was
Yeah,
thinking
it was just
that.
kind of
because
like
Yeah.
the dinosaur. I mean, they said it was intelligent and all that stuff. They could have at least come up with a little plot where it's like the dinosaur is trying to get off the island or something like that.
sure, that'd be
It's like,
interesting.
but the only thing they said, he's just angry. It's
He's just fucking around.
just fucking shit up.
Yeah,
It's
I love the concept of like that the guy they're in captivity and they don't know anything about anything.
No, yeah,
that's kind of cool.
I was into it.
But like when
It
he
was
when,
weird that all it took was once again the T-Rex just comes in.
Was
and
that the
saves
T-Rex
day
from
at
the
end.
original?
It was the T-Rex from the
That's
original.
fucking
yeah.
crazy.
So this old ass T-Rex came in and once again kicked everyone's ass.
Okay, was it really for sure the T-Rex from the original?
Yeah,
They
I
didn't
told
make
you,
another
like the marketing, like they put it out there, like the old T-Rex shows up again, like.
what the fuck? That was the actual.
So how did
See,
they
there
round
you
him
go.
up?
But-
Or her rather? How did they round her up and like?
Right.
Yeah.
I would think the dinosaur just killed itself by accident or something like that. Being
what
left on
happened at the
island.
end of Jurassic Park 2?
They wanted to like trip and fall off a cliff.
Wait, Jurassic Park 2, the same one that goes back to not New York, whatever. Was that New York? No.
San Francisco. No,
thank
San
you.
Diego. Sorry.
Or San Diego. Okay, but it was that coast. Is that the same T-Rex that was in this? I don't fucking know.
Did they
but
know? I don't know.
I don't know.
They had T-Rex cannon.
Yeah.
But hey,
Also, I would like to say Lauren Lapkus. It was really fucking cool that Lauren Lapkus was in the movie.
Yeah, that is
That's
weird.
cool
yeah.
as fuck.
It's cool.
Yeah. Everybody was. None of the acting was bad or anything like
Oh,
that. All of
no,
it was.
no, yeah,
I would say
yeah.
it was all good. It was all fine.
I had a
It's
decent
just
time.
the characters were very.
I
very
would say
light.
no. I would say what's her face, the aunt character. What's her name?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah, she was too much of a robot. You know, it's like it sounded like
I
she
couldn't get a
came.
read on her at all.
No,
Yeah,
her character didn't make sense either.
If they just gave her one scene to explain why she is the way she is, that would have been passable. But it was
Sure.
just like, what?
She's
what?
just like the stiff, rigid.
Yeah, it's like why is she the stiff, rigid woman? Why? It's like they never have any scenes where it's just
Yeah.
like whatever.
I was kind of waiting for her to have like a Ripley moment in the end, and she kind of did when she called the T-Rex. But you know, it's funny she did that whole thing in heels the whole entire time.
I did see that when she was
she
running.
ran.
I was like,
I was
she's
like-
running in fucking heels, isn't she?
Yeah, there was like that foot. She was like running
Yeah.
slow motion.
I
yeah.
was like, hey.
hey.
But like I really did I really had a good time at the end.
I enjoyed myself.
Oh, yeah,
It definitely. It wasn't like. Yeah, it wasn't like.
Like
bad
we said
or
at the
anything,
beginning
but
of this
it-
review,
it
I
was-
wasn't. yeah.
honestly. It was exactly what we were expecting, right?
Oh yeah.
It was a little better than I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be awful.
I didn't
So,
think it was
I
going to be
thought- I
awful.
thought it was gonna be really
I thought
bad.
it was just going to be like. It was very forgettable, by the way. I'm not going to.
Easily
yeah,
better
yeah.
than Jurassic Park 3 by far.
I honestly don't remember well enough. Nowhere near close to 1, obviously. But that would be silly to even imagine. And 2, I really love 2, so it's nowhere near close to 2 either. But yeah.
Good time. Maybe,
Inoffensive fun at the theater. They didn't try to do anything too crazy. It
Yeah,
was
the
just very like by the
Dinosaur.
numbers.
Dinosaur had no political opinions.
Nope, none of that. But yeah, so let us know what you thought of it. I mean, I'd like to know what other people thought of it. I imagine that it's going to be kind of just lukewarm across the board. Which, you know what? It's better than if it sucked. You know what I
better
mean?
than it being a disgrace or
Yeah, right.
ruining everything.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
want to see another one though, Can we?
There
leave?
will be though.
Of course. Can we leave this year? No. Okay, fine.
I don't know,
Jurassic
like
World
I give them
2?
like if like I was like okay, like if this is what Jurassic Park movies are gonna be like now.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
basically
fine,
the beginning
I
of a
guess. I'm like,
trilogy.
if they're not
you know,
bad like Jurassic Park 3, and if they don't
where do you go from here?
and
though?
if they don't keep trying really hard
Back
to make
into
it
the
like
city.
the first one, I'm all right, fine.
That's like Godzilla movie then, essentially. Yeah, I don't know where you'd go from here.
It's got to be if they're gonna make a sequel to this, it's gonna be dinosaurs in the city. It's gonna be.
I guess.
There's no way because what they're just gonna do Jurassic Park again.
And like
Yeah.
with a bigger dinosaur, it's like, what are you gonna do?
We gotta
So-
go back for the fourth time.
in time.
Maybe just go. Yeah, they go back in time. That'd be kind of cool. Or the human hybrids, maybe. But yeah, so that's Jurassic World. Ooh.
Like we said, we do want to know what you guys think, so let us know down there, or maybe tweet us. Or
Down
maybe
there.
Do whatever you want.
Kinky. And that's pretty much it.